Hey Sagittarius, what's happening? It's Craig and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy from CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your January 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in those comments down below, baby. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. First link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. So I am officially moved in. Now, not everything is actually set up. I still have a lot to do here in the office area. That is why there's still a pretty huge echo. I want to get some soundproofing stuff and really, spoof up the office. It's looking pretty cool. I might give you guys a little bit of a tour later on Instagram or something. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you follow CancerMoonsTarot on Instagram. But before we roll into everything, I have another couple of announcements. So if you guys haven't seen my previous video, which was the last daily reading before I moved, I touched bases on December 31st to January 9th. I will not be here. I will actually be in Italy. So during that time, I want to have the January mid-months being posted throughout that whole week that I'm gone. There won't be daily readings, unfortunately, but I want to make sure that I leave you guys with content. So I'm pretty sure throughout that week, we're going to do January mid-months, and that's why I'm starting these January monthlies earlier. I'm not going to have enough time to do December mid-months. I won't have enough time. So I'd rather do the January mid-months, or the January readings now, and the mid-months during my vacation, okay? Either way, though, I hope you guys are well. We have entered, or exited more so, a decade as we're entering a new decade, and it's really weird, it's weird. I've lived in my house for 20 years, and I'm here. This is new, so I got to get used to this, so bear with me here, but I think it's really important to say that, we have exited a decade, a fucking decade, and it's so weird that in the past 10 years, how much stuff has changed. Like, I remember being a genuine fucking kid, just like watching the greatest TV shows and, hanging out, doing really cool stuff, dude. There's just so many beautiful memories. And now it's in 2020. We have all this technology. We got Tesla, we got this, we got that. It's just crazy how much 10 years things can change. And, in 10 more years from now until 2030, there's going to be so many more things that change. And I think it's really fucking crazy. I don't know about you guys. And as I was channeling some information for you, Sagittarius, you guys are changing rapidly as well. Some of you guys may be going through a lot of emotional triggers. Now, here's something to talk about. Let's talk about that Gemini fucking full moon. That shit was crazy, bro. That was some crazy ass energy paired with the 12/12 portal, December 12th of 2019. That portal energy matched with that Gemini full moon was such a translucid kind of energy. And a lot of people had it in a different way. It was different experience for everybody. Some people felt very hectic, almost like it was a Mercury retrograde kind of energy, and other people felt really, really charged, recharged, super positive, happy. So it was a different experience for everybody. But with that Gemini full moon we just had, it really sparked and brought out a lot of emotional triggers in people. It made them think about all the shit that they haven't healed yet, all the wounds that they're still holding on to. That shit is just jumping out of you. Because as we're moving into this new decade, as we're moving into 2020, it is all about the people that have not healed all of the stuff they've gone through are going to be jam-packed with focusing on that healing, versus others who have moved past the things they needed to are moving into new waters, new ventures, new beginnings. So we're going to see a lot of that moving into 2020, depending on your own path and depending on your own, spiritual awakening, your spiritual journey, etc. So for those of you that are going through a lot of mass healing, you can expect that occurring or happening moving into 2020. For others of you, you can just expect a lot of new wonderful and beautiful opportunities, okay? So let's take a look here. But for what I really channeled in the beginning, in the pre-shuffle for Sagittarius, it was about moving towards it was almost like saying a goodbye. You know how we're saying a goodbye to this decade? It's like you're saying a goodbye to a certain sense of self. Some of you here may be becoming a brand new person, where you're saying goodbye to the old version of yourself as you're becoming a brand new version of who you are. Some of you here may have been leaving a job and going to a new job. Others of you may be moving in regards to houses. Others of you may be ending relationships and learning how to love yourself in 2020. There's just so many crazy things that is happening in so many different directions that you got to see what happens, okay? Now, of course, that's for the collective and for Sagittarius as well, but let's get down to the pinpoint of your reading. I don't want to take up any more of your time. It's been 5 minutes already, so let's see what's cracking for my Saggies. Let me put on my meditation here. What messages do we got coming through for Team Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. throughout January 2020. What messages do we got coming in for Team Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2020. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout January 2020. Let's get one last shuffle and go ahead and see what's cracking, baby. Hopefully, we got some fantastic stuff, man. But I definitely feel some intensity, I'll tell you that much. So, Sag, energy between you and another person. You got a Page of Swords. Can be connecting with an air sign here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have a 10 of Wands. You have an 8 of Wands. And then you have an Empress card. So, this is really, I just got goosebumps because this is really good energy for you. Because as I was talking a lot about, you know, becoming a new person or, you know, more so connecting with your own sense of self, this is a fucking huge transformation for you guys, because what was coming up in the pre-shuffle was 2 of Cups, 10 of Swords. The disconnect between you and your higher self. The disconnect between you and who you really are. The ego and who you really are. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been suffering, man. 10 of Wands. You've been putting too much on your plate. You've been stressed out. You've been angered. You've been emotionally unbalanced. Some of you guys may have been experiencing that. Some of you guys may have been experiencing a lack of growth, stunted growth. There could have been things in your life that were stunting your growth. You may have felt as if you had a lot of obstacles that were always in your way. But it's time for those obstacles to be released and lifted up from you. Because I feel that this month, Sagittarius, you're so done taking other people's shit. Because when I look at the Page of Swords as a mutual energy between you and someone else, what this kind of brings up to me is you could have been dealing with situations that appear to be very toxic to you. Because the Page of Swords is somebody, when they communicate, they cut like a knife. And everybody always says, you know, Page of Swords could be a stalker card, but I don't feel like this is somebody stalking you. I feel like this is somebody that whenever they would communicate to you, they would never have something nice to say. And this could really very well be you deceiving yourself. You could have been your own bully, or you may be around, or may have been around a lot of negative energy that you can't carry with you into the new year. So with that Page of Swords, it doesn't bring a very good vibe. It brings a very overwhelming and nasty negative kind of vibe to me. Okay? 8 of Wands here. Whoever this person is you were dealing with, they would project a lot of their negativity onto you. And as for the outcome here, moving into 2020, you got Venus energy here, Libra, right? Over here with the Empress card. What you're deciding to do is you're deciding to grow from this because you're recognizing who you are. You're tapping into your divine feminine energy, okay? It doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman. Everybody has divine masculine, divine feminine, and you're tapping into that divine feminine energy and really raising up and saying, look, I know what's good for me. I know what's unhealthy for me. I'm going to stick to what's healthy for me this year. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here right now, Sagittarius. For those of you that have been around a shitty person or some shitty kind of energy and you have felt suffocated to the point where you can't escape, you're sticking up for yourself because there's no need to continuously be caught up in this cycle. And you don't want to be caught up in this cycle for another decade, right? So we might as well exit it out now, man. The closing of a decade is so powerful, man. It is so powerful. And as you finally get to let that go, it's going to be a huge lift right off your shoulders, okay? Any of the burdens you've been carrying, they're going away. All right, so let's take a look into who you're dealing with. Now, before I do that, clarify the 8 of Wands. What would they project on the Sagittarius, whoever this person was they were dealing with? Okay, 6 of Cups. Ooh. May have been connecting with a person who never left the past. You could have been dealing with somebody who always lived in the past. So, the person you're dealing with, whatever they've gone through, they seem to have put that onto you because you are connecting with a person who's never escaped their past for some of you. Wow. Yeah, connecting with a person who can never escape their past. Yeah, what do you got here? 4 of Swords. Yeah, they don't know how to escape it. They don't know how to take a break from it. They don't know how to turn it off. So I feel like whoever you're dealing with, Sagittarius, was the type of person where they couldn't escape their past because they felt so tied and bound to it. So for some of you here, Sagittarius, you may be connecting with somebody who had just a lot of history in their life. And because of that, they carried it with them and it affected whatever kind of connection or relationship you two individuals had. And I think that's why it made you feel down in the dumps. Because the way this person was emotionally, they carry it onto you, you know? On an emotional level, they take everything out on you, or they transmit it to you, project it to you, and they make you feel some type of way. So I don't want to say 100% whoever you were connecting with was miserable, but it feels to me that you've gone through so much with this person and you've done so much to make them happy, and you feel like no matter how much work you put into them, you could never make them happy. And I think that you're very miserable with them. Unfortunately, I think you are. Because I think right now you need good energy in your life and you're not finding it with whoever this is. And keep in mind, this could be a friend, family member, lover. This could be your parent, right? Doesn't matter. It could be whatever it is that resonates to your life. But there's somebody here who you got to end things with because you feel like they're dragging you down. 10 of Swords. Okay? So what I'm going to do, Sag, is I'm going to go over their feelings, your feelings. We'll see where energies are aligning, and then the outcome for the month of January. All right? All right. Now, in regards to who Sagittarius is connecting with, how do they feel towards Sag, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout throughout January 2020. How does the person that Sag is dealing with feel towards Sag throughout January 2020? Thank you. Let's take a look. So, Knight of Pentacles, you got a Wheel of Fortune reversed. Ooh, big indicator that you got somebody who's holding on to you. Queen of Pentacles, a Star card. You got a Six of Swords. You got a Knight of Cups. One more card, please, and a Hierophant card. Absolutely. So, you're connecting with somebody, Sagittarius, who, whether or not, if they feel you pulling away from them, they don't want to let you go, is what I'm seeing. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, it appears to me that this person is so patient that like they would really wait for you as long as they possibly can. You know, the Star card here, like this person views you as the love of their life. This person views you as somebody that really lights up and makes their life shine. So whoever this is you're connecting with here, they're very patient and they don't want to let go of the cycle that you two have. And whether you have completely admitted to them physically and told them, look, I think that we need to have some time apart, or if they're feeling it energetically, I think this person's picking up on it. I think they're picking up on the fact that you're getting ready to leave. And it's hard for them because I think they would wait. I feel like this is the type of person that would wait for a very long time to hope that you change your mind, to wait for you to come back, etc. because they have a lot of love to give, but they're also looking ahead, like they continuously want to have a future with you. So this is somebody that doesn't want to let you go, Sag, as well as they also want to have a future with you. So even though they have a lot of these problems or issues or types of things that they project onto you, they may not really realize how hard they project some negative energy onto you. They may not realize that sometimes based off how they act, they can make you feel stressed out or make you feel miserable or make you feel like you have to suffer with them. And Queen of Pentacles over here to a Hierophant card, you know, this person feels like they take care of you. They feel like they have a lot of love to give to you. And with the Hierophant card, they want to commit to you. But I just don't know if you're happy with this. And I think that this is one of the main issues here, Sag. How does Sagittarius feel towards this person, please? Wow, that's intense. I felt a teardrop coming down. Why am I getting so many emotions during this reading? How does Sagittarius feel towards this person, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout January 2020. How does Sag feel towards this person? I think it's so hard for you to let go of them too, Sag. You got a Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Moon card, Justice card, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords. Yeah, man. So, you know, Sagittarius, you're coming from a place where it's like, I've had so many good memories with this person. I've had so many good times with this person. But I just don't know if I can keep investing in this connection when I don't feel happy myself. I mean, look at the Seven of Pentacles. Look at the dude, you know? He doesn't appear to be that happy. This is a moping face, you know? I feel like you guys are in a space right now, Sag, where no matter how great the memories were, and no matter how much love you have for this person, doesn't mean you're in love with them, but no matter how much love and care you have for them, it's a very difficult process to let go of somebody that you've shared a very good amount of time with. For some, this could have been years, man, years. You might have even had a decade with this person, right? And as closing out the decade, that makes it 10 times harder. But Two of Pentacles over here, Sag. I think you've been battling yourself for such a long time on if you're ready to let go of whoever this person is, or if you are going to stay stuck in a cycle that you're unhappy with. I think you have been going in this circle over and over again, this wheel of karma, this wheel of fortune, and it's been so difficult for you to come up with a final decision. You know, do I stay or do I go? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes I love this person, sometimes I can't stand them. It's this wheel that's continuously spinning around, that is continuously leaving you in confusion and emotion. You know, it gets you emotional. Because I don't think you want to hurt this person, but at the same time, you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to keep being the 10 of Wands. You don't want to keep being or feeling as if you're suffocating, sticking around somebody that you're not happy with. And it's not that you're not happy with the person. You're not happy having a relationship or a romantic connection with them, is what I'm feeling. And with the 5 of Swords to the Ace of Swords, I think that you're trying to put this nicely. I think you're trying to let this connection down easy. But as you know, with that Justice card, there's no easy way to let down or break away from someone or end something with someone. There's just no easy way to do it. You know, there's no easy way to break up with somebody or to let somebody go, etc. It's just always going to be something that is very difficult and very hard. So from what I'm seeing right now, Sag, you're getting put in a position where no matter how much you love or care for someone, you're recognizing moving into January, moving into 2020, like you have to let them go. You got to leave them behind. And it's so hard for you to do so, but you know that it's what's going to make you happy because you feel like this person's stunting your growth and you need your growth. You know, with the Empress card, you need some time right now to really learn how to love yourself and accept who you are and to continue to grow and become better and be the best individual you can be. And I think that you can't do that when you're surrounded by this person. You just feel consistently trapped or you feel consistently stuck. 2 of Wands. Now, on the other note here too, Sag, let's say you're not dealing with anybody. This could resonate very well to yourself. For some of you here, you may have been battling with yourself, right? Both these sides could be you. Some of you Sagittariuses could have been battling letting go of somebody, but you're recognizing that you have to let go of them in the highest of your good. All right, for some of you Sagittarius here, let's just say, for example, you could be missing someone and wishing to be with them, but you know that that's not the reality. So for some of you here, you're recognizing you have to move on. For others of you, you're changing in life. And I touched bases on this a little bit earlier as well as for the collective. For some of you Sagittarius right now, you're changing in life and change can be scary. Maybe you have a new job and you're leaving a bunch of friends behind or a bunch of people you love behind. Maybe you have a new home and you're traveling and moving somewhere and you're leaving a lot of things behind. You know, the main point is that you're leaving things behind. Whether it's a part of yourself, whether it's a person, whether it's a job, it's a difficult transition to leave something you're so comfortable with. Whether or not you love it, whether or not you hate it. When you're comfortable with something, you're comfortable with something. And venturing into the unknown is always very weird, you know? So I feel right now, Sag, that you are in this place of struggle, but you're so close to transformation, you're at the tip of it. But are you gonna take that leap? And I think that's where you are coming to your breaking point of, I am so close to transformation, but am I willing to take that leap? You know? Temperance card. What would you do? Right? Sagittarius energy over here. If you're ready to take that leap, then you need to have as much faith as possible. Because you are the Temperance card. You can make rational decisions. And Sagittarius, you can make a rational decision out of this. And I think you know what the rational decision is. The most rational decision for you, Sagittarius, is to take yourself into consideration right now. To take your own happiness into your consideration right now, because your happiness is your responsibility just as much as everybody else's. Everyone's happiness is their own responsibility. Nobody else can make someone else happy. We can only make ourselves happy. So I think on a rational level, you know that this is what needs to be done. That everything will work out in the way that it needs to be, and I need to do what is right for myself. In regards to where energies are aligning between you and the person you're dealing with, let's take a look here, Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hello. We just got a whole bunch of cards. There it is. Speaking of taking that leap. The Fool. You have the Fool card, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Strength card, and you have the Knight of Wands. No matter how difficult it is, Sagittarius, in regards to where energies are aligning, you're going to let go. Because with the Ace of Wands to the Fool card, you can feel this new journey coming. You can feel this new beginning. Whether it's the new beginning of learning how to love yourself, whether it's the new beginning of becoming a new version of you, whether it's a new beginning in the sense of, I need to be single throughout 2020 and leave a relationship behind. Whatever this is you're leaving behind, it's exciting to go somewhere new. And you're ready for that. Because in this new decade, you are ready to become or be put in a better position in life that makes you more happy. So even though leaving something behind sucks and it really doesn't make you very happy, you're going to tough it out with that Strength card. And with the Knight of Wands, so be it, you will leave. So you're closing a chapter of your life as you're opening a new one. You know, it's a complete and total rebirth. As for the overall outcome between Sagittarius and the person they're dealing with, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout January 2020. What is the overall outcome between Sag and whoever they're connecting with? What do we got? A Judgment, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, and an Ace of Pentacles. This is a cycle that I think has been going on for too long. And I think this is how it's gone. Every time you've wanted to leave Sag, you would do it, and on the last second, you wouldn't. You would get so close to walking away from whoever this is you're dealing with, and then you'd stay. And for some of you, you could have stayed because you felt guilty. For others of you, you could have stayed because you felt comfortable. Or maybe you stood because you thought this is exactly where you needed to be. But I think there's been a lot of times and a lot of opportunities for you to walk away from this connection, but you've been looped up into the wheel of a karmic connection where you've almost felt like you're trapped and you can't leave. And with the Judgment card here, as for the outcome, you know, Judgment card, Queen of Cups. Remember how I said the person you're dealing with will wait for you? The person you're dealing with doesn't want things to be over. They don't. And that's going to be the truth of the situation. As for the outcome, the person you're dealing with will still want you. They will still want a second chance. They will still want to hold on to you, and they will hold on to you. But what needs to be known is that during this time, you need to muster up the strength and courage to understand or to communicate to them that I know and I understand that you care for me and want to be with me. Whether you're my best friend, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my husband, my wife, whatever they are to you, okay? Communicate to them very clearly, I know that you care. But if it isn't mutual, then I can't put myself in a position to not only hurt you, but hurt myself as well. So with that Four of Cups, don't pick up that offer again, Sag. Don't get looped back into that karmic wheel. Do yourself a favor and be very firm this time with your decision. And once you make the decision to walk away romantically or in a friendship or whatever it is you're doing, once you make that decision to completely walk away, you need to be firm with it. Because the universe is at work right now. Ace of Pentacles. And this is a very good card. This is a very important card. Because with the Ace of Pentacles being present, not only is the path being shaped right now for the person you're dealing with, okay, it's obviously not meant to be if you're not feeling the same thing, right? This person, they're meant to go somewhere else. They're meant to be with someone else. And the universe is paving the way for that. But if you were to continue to stay with them, you both would be missing your blessings. You both would be missing your opportunities. So as you let go, there's a path being paved for the person you're dealing with. You don't need to worry about them. They won't be hurt. Or they may experience pain, but they will heal and they will go to the right place. They will meet the right person. For you, on the other hand, so will you. Ace of Pentacles. It's not just a one-way street. You will meet the right person as well, or follow the right path, or go to where you need to. Because everything is always working in your favor. Every single time. That's why there's been multiple times that came up here, Sag, where you could have walked away, but you didn't. You walked away because the karmic aspect of the relationship was the guilt. And karma can be a form of guilt, right? But let the guilt go. Because right now, the best thing for you here, Sagittarius, is for you to take the high road, to continue doing what you need to in 2020, whether you need to be single and fly out and enjoy you and enjoy living your best life, or whether you met someone you really love and you want to be with them, go be with them. Or if you're becoming a better version of yourself and leaving an old version of you behind like Hannah Montana, go be the Miley Cyrus or go be Hannah Montana. Go be what you want, right? Because this is your life. And the best way to get trapped into the wheel of karma is feeling guilty that you're going to break somebody else's heart. Or is fearing anything, right? Because what is fear? Fear is false entities appearing real. When you have fear in life, you're crippled and you're never going to live your dreams or do whatever it is that you want to. So right now here, Sagittarius, is the time to make that choice to leave whatever it is you need to behind in order for you to grow. And that is one of the main points of this reading as well. Empress card. It's about your growth. You're not where you want to be, but you can get to where you need to be. But in order to do that, sometimes you got to make a little bit of sacrifices to get to the place you exactly want to be at. Okay? So either way though, Sagittarius, a little bit of an intense reading. It is a little more general here. And I have noticed that because it's not just about one story, one pinpoint, one romantic connection. There's just so many other things that I was seeing, such as the disconnect between you and yourself, a disconnect between you and possibly a boyfriend or girlfriend. This could be a disconnect between you're leaving somebody behind and you found a new love. This could also be that you were holding on to somebody for quite a long time, but now you're realizing it's time to let go. There's a million different stories. And of course, if none of this resonates to you, don't apply it. You don't got to apply it to you at all. Watch some other tarot readers here on YouTube. Maybe they'll resonate with you, and then check next month, check the next reading. Maybe that'll apply to you because they can't apply every time. But either way though, Sag, I do apologize if it's a little more on the general side, but from what I'm seeing here, there's a giant transformation waiting for you, but you have to be willing to take that leap. If you don't take that leap, you'll be trapped in the same cycle you've been at. There's never going to be room for growth if you don't take the chance, if you don't take the leap of faith. You can never grow if you don't take that risk. And sometimes we got to make sacrifices to leave certain things behind in order to grow in our favor. People think it's always selfish for you to do things for yourself, but that's not true. That's called self-care. And continue to live and take care of yourself. And don't put your dreams behind for anybody. Or don't put your happiness behind for anybody. Put that in front of you and for you. And make that your goal and keep that your goal. Okay? All right. Anyway, Sagittarius, as I'm ending off this reading, whoever this is you're connecting with has intense energy, whether it's a side of you or a person, but they have intense energy, very emotional kind of person. I can see that here. They may be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or they might be a fixed sign, Aquarian, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo, okay? A lot of fixed energy in this person, so be mindful of that as well. But either way, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. If it resonates, of course, let me know down in the comments down below. Once again, I do apologize that it was a little bit more general, but I hope it resonates. There's lots of transformations happening here this month and a lot more in your own personal life, which is good as well. I hope you guys are really excited to enter here a new decade as we exit out an old one. And I really hope you guys go for that leap of faith because genuinely you deserve it. Put your happiness in front of you, okay? Do not put your happiness in the way or behind for anybody else. Make sure your happiness is right in your direction because that is the most important thing for you, okay? All right, Saggies, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down below. Take care. Have a great, fantastic, and amazing rest of your January. And I will see you, your December and your January, and then I'll see you guys for the mid-months, all right? Peace.